Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Xyno Late to the News. Hello everybody, Xyno here. I'm going to do a little mini news report really quickly about CD ProjektRed, and it's mostly about Cyberpunk 2077. They've announced on Twitter that they are delaying the game for about another month, which, in my head, sucks. Get a little mad. It's already been delayed a couple times before, so gotta wait even longer to play the game. But the better side of me, the understanding side of me, knows that this is a good thing because that means they're doing their best to iron out bugs. They're making sure that quests don't glitch, that the game doesn't glitch. It's a quality of life improvement that they are delaying the game a month for, so it gives off a good first impression for the rest of time, pretty much. Because they could patch it all they want in the future, but it's usually those initial first release that matters for a lot of video games these days. And even though video games do get better as they get patched along its life cycle, this is a single player driven game, so usually everybody who plays it on the first day, it's going to make a huge big impression of. Now they have an official announcement that I'm going to read almost verbatim here, but it's an official statement on Twitter. It says, "We have decided to move the launch of Cyberpunk 2077 from September 17th to November 19th. Those of you who are familiar with the way we make games know that we won't ship something when it's not ready. Ready when it's done is not just a phrase we say because it sounds right. It's something we live by even when we know we'll take the heat for it. At the same time, we are fully aware that making such a decision costs us your trust, and trading trust for additional time is one of the hardest decisions a game developer can make. And despite we think it's the right decision for the game, we'd still like to apologize for making you wait longer. Our intention is to make Cyberpunk 2077 something that will stay with you for years to come. And in the end, we hope you understand why we did what we did." Almost feels a little weird for them to apologize to us. They're talking about trading trust, and it seems like they almost assume that the gaming community is very unforgiving when it comes to things like this. And I can get where they're coming from based on how toxic people respond to stupid things like the next Smash Direct, or whenever a gun's OP in like Call of Duty or something, and they just bitch and bitch and bitch and complain. But that's usually because that's something that's already in the game ready to go. A lot of people are understanding because the game's not out yet, and they know that things are being improved on why it's delayed. They're doing a good job on informing us why they need to do this and keeping us up to date consistently. In fact, Cyberpunk's news message has almost been one of the most consistent updates on a currently developing game that's not even out yet, and they're doing a great job on making sure we see their progress, and when things go wrong, they tell us. They don't try and hide it. They need to have way more studios, game studios, and developers that are way more upfront like this, because it's just a lot more. It's good PR, and it's good to let everybody know how your game's going. It's like how it's, you ask someone how work's going, and if you're forced to hide it, then obviously there's got to be something wrong, and you're going to want to talk about it. But if you can't, it's got to be mentally infuriating for the person who wants to know the information and the person who's hiding the information. I'm going to speak in the next paragraph here. At the time we are writing these words, Cyberpunk 2077 is finished both content and gameplay-wise. The quests, the cutscenes, and the skills, the items, all the adventures Night City has to offer, it's all there. But with such an abundance of content and complex systems interweaving with each other, we need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs. A huge world means a huge number of things to iron out, and we will spend the additional time doing exactly that. So basically, the game's done. But they're just making sure that there are no bugs that happen with quests, no quests intertwine and screw up other quests, and other game mechanics can't break other game mechanics. They're making sure things are balanced and not completely utterly broken, like enemies can't be invincible, or you can't do one-shot kills. They're doing a whole bunch of things that are really, really good, that should be really, really good at not breaking, and they're making sure they're doing a good job. And a month is a long time to make sure things can be fixed. Like, it sounds short game development wise, but you can actually get a lot of work done. And hopefully they're not doing a lot of crunching, staying long hours to do this. And if they have to, I have a feeling they're going to delay it again, because November is when the new console should come out by now, and I'm pretty sure I don't assume that I know this information, because honestly, I'm trying to stay really blind on Cyberpunk spoilers and information, because that's the best way to go into a game. I went in blind on Breath of the Wild, other than the trailers, and oh my gosh, blew me away. So I'm pretty sure they're releasing for the new consoles. If they don't release in the release window, I feel like it'll negatively impact them, but they also know that they're running out of time. So they picked like a sweet spot to delay the game. But final paragraph. This week, journalists from all over the world are starting to independently play the game, so people are reviewing it now. We are eager and quite stressed to hear their opinions, as well as see your reactions when they publish their previews right after we air Night City Wire on the 25th of June. We hope that this will satisfy some of your hunger for the game as we work to polish it for the November launch. Thanks for telling us, guys. It's cool. Usually most developers don't give a reason why they delay it, other than we just assume that they have to iron out bugs. But it's cool that they tell us the game's done. We just need to make sure things don't break. And we're going to delay the game so it releases without needing constant patches for the next 6 months. Major patches, probably, But yeah, it doesn't sound like with me. I don't know a lot about CD ProjektRed. I've only really played The Witcher 3, and not even all of it. But Cyberpunk's aesthetic, its design, its gameplay structure, it's all appealing to me, and I really, really want to make sure I get to play it as soon as possible. I mean, I even got the stinking Cyberpunk 2077 Xbox One controller, which kind of sucks, because if this releases on the Series X, they won't have that extra button. But this was really worth the wait getting, and I had to wait an extra month for it to ship, and guess looks like I'm going to have to wait for an extra month for the game to come out. So hand in hand, right? What do you guys think about this thing being delayed again? I think it's good. I'm still really blind to the information. I'm going to try and keep it that way, and I can't wait for the game to come out and take a few days to completely throw myself in a brand new immersive experience. But that's all I have to report on this. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and Xyno will be out for hopefully a bigger project than stupid news reports. See you guys later. Why we did what we did. I'm going to redo that whole paragraph. That was a horrible take. I need to learn to read. I need to go back to school and learn how to speak. God, well, that's horrible.